Hey everyone, welcome back to Stygian Arc. I'm Sylvester, an indie developer working on a retro-style Lovecraftian horror/exploration game. Today I want to talk about a somewhat overlooked aspect of game development, which is field research, and how this real-life experience can translate into making your games a whole lot better. Okay, let's get into it. I just want to say before the video gets going, a big thank you to everyone who's been supporting this project so far. A few weeks ago I released the games page on Steam and the wishlists have been coming in steadily and a lot more than I expected, so I'm really pleased about that. If it's something you're interested in, please wishlist or subscribe to the channel to stay up to date, and thanks again for all your continued support. Okay, without further ado, back to the video. So a few months ago I went on a short trip to the Peak District in the UK. I visited Peak Cavern, also known as the Devil's Arse. This is a place where you can be taken into the caverns with a guide, who gives you an in-depth history of the cavern, the people who lived there, and how it changed over time. They also get you involved in some exercises such as creating ropes, pulley systems, some very entry-level cavern navigation, and some fun quizzes related to the area. I want to go here to put myself into a real life situation where I was underground, exploring caverns and feeling some of the sensations I'm trying to portray in my game. For me, I feel like this is the ultimate way of understanding what you're trying to create. Other tools such as Google research, watching reference videos, interviews with cave explorers and even AI generated imagery is great for reference, but they all lack a physicality. I feel like if I'm going to create a dank, cold, claustrophobic environment, I should put myself in one to really immerse myself in that experience. So experiencing this firsthand, I took a lot away from it. The main thing being the sheer scale of these caverns. The entrances, the vegetation, the size of interiors were massive. I found it was far colder than expected and much quieter. The air was dense and the tight squeezes I had to make made me feel even smaller as a person. The absence of any sound was very eerie as well. Experiencing this made me really rethink how I build atmosphere, tension and scale in my game. It got me thinking, sure, I can make passageways really small and perilous to navigate, but how do I convey that feeling of complete isolation and the feeling of the earth itself wanting to consume you? And how do I make the player feel that sigh of relief and mixed with the awe when they come out of a perilous situation and stand before a massive beautiful cavern that rewards you just by being in its presence? Additionally, it got me thinking about verticality. These caverns were very spacious when they opened up, and the openings had plenty of nook and crannies out of reach and out of sight that you could find and explore. Now, in Hypogean Descent you have a drone where you can move in all different directions, so I need to make use of that more and encourage the player to move in all these directions. The players will naturally want to explore a world and a level that if it's enticing, so I need to reward that and design my levels around encouraging it rather than discouraging it, or even worse, leaving it to the player to not even think that it's a thing they can do or should be doing. Whilst I was there, I got some really great reference images too, such as the textures on the walls, the effects certain equipment has on them, and how it changes depending on the atmosphere of the rooms. I got some pictures of equipment used, such as the lighting, how maps were drawn, and pulley systems. So I've actually done this type of research before. The first time was during university when I was studying game design and development. Myself and the group left that experience feeling like we had a much better understanding of what we were trying to create, and ever since that experience I've always wanted to do it for every game I make. So I really think this type of research is very effective in immersing yourself in your project, and it often gets overlooked. For me, it added a boost of motivation and got me inspired, and I got to look at my game with fresh eyes afterwards. I know there is certain limitations depending on what your game idea is, but if you can do it for your game I would fully recommend trying it. Immersion and gameplay are number one, so once you've got your gameplay nailed down, take some time and become immersed in what you're trying to convey however you can. So that wraps it up for this video. I've decided to upload a little less frequently, just so I can focus on game development. I'll still be uploading, but mainly when I hit a gameplay milestone. I just really want to focus on the game itself and just get the work done. I don't want to be worrying about making videos or sticking on social media and stuff like that. But the next video I have in the works is sound design. I've done a whole bunch of work on the sound design. I'm very proud of what I've done so far, so I'm really excited to share that with you guys. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please wishlist Hypogean Descent, subscribe, join the community Discord to stay up to date with Stygian Arc, and I'll see you on the next one.